Well, ladies and dudes, I gotta let you know I don't want to make my top 5 list so darn long. So I better go ahead and tell you all about my honorable mentions and my dishonorable mentions that I can find from this main character of the whole entire Taken Saga. I will let you know is Taken 2 and Taken 3 had so many great moments that featured the GOAT. Well, Taken 3 doesn't have any moments at all that doesn't feature any GOAT moments. It's a downhill film, that's for sure. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop 1987. This is my review for today. And today I have no review, ladies and dudes. Well, it's that time once again. I gotta do a brand new top 5 list that nobody has never done before. But I'm gonna wait to tell you all about my favorite moments tomorrow. Because this is going to be a very, very long video. That's for sure. So, anyway, ladies and dudes. For today's video today, I'm going to tell you all about my honorable mentions and my dishonorable mentions for all the scenes I can find that featured the main character, Bryan Mills, from the Taken Saga. And he has a whole lot of great moments to be found, but just for Taken 1 and Taken 2, but minus number 3. And I will let you know right now is Taken 3 doesn't have any great moments at all. It has a few of it, but not a lot. And this is the reason why it has to be a downhill film. That's for sure. So I guess you want to know is, what are my most favorite moments I do enjoy from this great lead character? Just for 1 and 2, but minus number 3. Yeah. So anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let me put them all together if you want that. Maybe that might be good. So here we go, ladies and dudes. Here are my honorable and my dishonorable mentions for all the scenes I can find that featured our main man, Bryan Mills. Taken 1, Taken 2 had the best GOAT moments, but Taken 3 does not have any GOAT moments. That's for sure. So, here we go. For Taken 1. For my honorable mentions I can find for this wonderful near masterpiece film is the part where Bryan Mills is going to give Kim her very first birthday present, and we could all appreciate this wonderful main man of giving Kim the birthday present first. You know, just he wants to give it to her all by himself and not just leave it to the other birthday presents from some strangers that we do not know of. And yeah, the karaoke machine is a perfect birthday present for this little lady, since all she wants is to become a singer. And Bryan Mills will keep her word for it. You know, letting her dream to come true and all that stuff. And yeah, Lenore was so freaking rude in that scene of the film. Well, if you know that scene very well, that's for sure. Another honorable mention will be Sam, Casey, and Bernie. I really love those guys. They're really cool characters for just a little bit of time in this movie. Who doesn't love the barbecue scene and the diva scene? And they were such really good pals of Bryan Mills, and they just treat him like a brother figure and not a stranger to them. They were really sweet, honest guys. That's for sure. So, that's another good honorable mention. And also, there's a great honorable mention that came from Sam when he told Bryan Mills about the dude that he talked to on the phone before the hang-up moment. you know, giving some information on who this guy is and where he came from and why is he here at Paris, France in the first place. And there's going to be some warning for Bryan Mills that he has only 96 hours to find her. If he could find her on time, she'll be safe and return home to America right away. But he doesn't find her on time, she'll become a sex slave forever and disappears forever. So it's a 4-day warning thing. That's for sure. And also the moment that featured that Jean-Claude dude, just the part with the streets and not the dinner scene. I just like him and Bryan Mills talking together on the streets. And who doesn't love that line, I will tear down the Eiffel Tower if I have to. Such a great, powerful scene in the whole entire movie. And a very tough line to say to that guy. So I like that moment very much. And also, Bryan Mills has to talk to that businessman once and for all. And Bryan only has a couple more hours to go to find his daughter and get to know where the heck she is. And that business guy said that they're going to take her to the boat. And there will be a moment where Bryan Mills says, "It's all personal to me." And he just killed the guy with just a couple of bullets here and there. And yeah, the boat scene was pretty darn awesome. That featured in a pretty epic score. So those are my honorable mentions I can find for Taken. For Taken 2, I will say my favorite honorable mentions that will feature some of the scenes that featured in this very underrated sequel is, I do like the moment where Bryan and Lena have a heart-to-heart moment and they had some good flirty moments and sharing a nice cup of wine, and it feels like they're trying to get along again after the events of Taken 1. I really like those moments very much. And I like the part where Bryan and Kim had a heart-to-heart talk at the boat and they're trying to catch up on their father and daughter relationship. That was pretty darn sweet. And yeah, the fireworks is pretty darn interesting to see for the film. And also, I love that little cute square cell phone. It's so cute and adorable. Bryan Mills did a really smart thing of hiding that cute little square cell phone in one of his socks. So make sure that the enemy won't find it. And that's a very, very smart move. You know, try to keep a little bit of square cell phone safe and sound in the sock. How cool is that? And also, I freaking love the car chase scene. One of the best car chase scenes I have ever seen in film history. It was wild, crazy, and I really like the part with that train hitting that car and it was causing on fire. That was so darn epic. Yep. So those are the honorable mentions I could find for Taken 2. I will say for Taken 3, the only honorable mentions I can find is Bryan and Sam had their brotherly like bond moment, and Bryan Mills talking to the stuffed panda, and also for what he did to that no good Stuart St. John by drowning him in gallons of water. That's all I could say about my honorable mentions for Taken 3. Alright, here we go for my dishonorable mentions. All I could say about Taken 1 is I don't like the part where Lenore is being such a jerk to Bryan Mills, and she did a whole lot of bad things to him here and there. So around 15 or 20 minute screen time of the movie. And yeah, it's all her fault for being such a jerk to him and hurting his feelings and doing so many bad things behind his back. Something she should have never done, you know, that took place in the very first film. And where the hell is the apology scene? I want to see the apology scene in the film. And it's not right to add Stuart St. John at the end of the film. I can't find anything for Taken 2. So Taken 2 is free to go. As for Taken 3, there's a whole lot of dishonorable mentions about this movie. And this is the reason why it needs to go downhill. That's for sure. So for my dishonorable mentions about Taken 3 is they cut Bryan and Lenny's relationship short. Yeah, they just cut it off without any romantic moments. There's no... I know there was a kiss scene. I do like the kiss scene. But no sign of a sex scene. Where the hell is this sex scene? I want to see a sex scene between those two. And maybe they could prove their love for each other. I hate the part where their relationship has cut short for this disgraceful film. And I don't like the part where Stuart St. John told Bryan Mills to stop seeing his ex-wife. After all, Stuart St. John is the one who left her in the first place during the time of Taken 2. And I just don't know why he wants her back. That was just stupid. And yeah, Bryan Mills did play dumb in this movie, and I don't like that part at all. And I just don't like a part about a stupid storyline where he got involved with a crime that he did not commit. It should have been about Lenny's redemption instead. It should have been about that than that stupid idiot storyline about our main hero becoming a criminal for doing a crime that he did not commit. And where the hell is the part where Bryan Mills has to tell Stuart St. John the truth that he is in love with Lenny all this time? They never mentioned that part in the movie. Or the part where Bryan Mills is going to tell Stuart St. John to stop seeing his woman. He should have said it to him at the near-end point of the movie. Now you'll find out why this movie does suck. Big time. And it's a downhill one. That's for sure. Alright, ladies and dudes. Those are my honorable and dishonorable mentions for all the moments I can find about Bryan Mills for all 3 of the Taken films. And tomorrow, I will tell you about my top 5 most favorite moments of all time that featured this lead main man. For only Taken 1 and Taken 2, minus Taken 3. You really want to know what it is, right, ladies and dudes? But you gotta wait and see until tomorrow. So, to be continued.